Hello, LG Green. No filters. Apparently, there's something going on with the filters on the app. So, I wanted to read to you today from the first chapter of Where Trade Winds Meet. It is a historical fiction based on a story I made up about real people who were born in the Key West and Bahama area at the time of the turn of the century when Flagler's Railroad finally went down to Key West. So, Chapter 1. William Albert Roberts could not contain his excitement as he descended the gangplank of the SS Muscat. His well-worn but well-kept and polished seaman's boots touched the sun-baked wood of the pier. The port buzzed like a tropical beehive. The thrum of commerce and conversation mingled with the salty tang of the sea. William's gray eyes, wide with the eagerness of a child at a fair, scanned the Key West landscape and absorbed every palm tree's silhouette against the clear blue sky. It felt good to be on land once more, and the news the captain had given him earlier had spread through his body like wildfire. His company had agreed to sponsor him for citizenship. His dreams were finally coming true. "Welcome to paradise," he murmured to himself, a grin spreading across his face as he adjusted the cap on his high, light brown hair. William had seen many a port in his time, but none quite so vibrant, none that seemed to pulse with the very rhythm of freedom like Key West. His good news may be coloring his perspective just a bit, but he did not care. He set off from the dock, weaving his way through the lively streets. Vendors hawked their wares with flirtatious banter. Rows of colorful clapboard houses greeted him with open verandas, and the whirling of bicycle wheels accompanied the clopping of horses drawing carriages. It was a symphony of the New World, a place where every brick whispered opportunities. The melodic twang of a guitar drifted from an open window, mixing with the scent of frying fish and the fresh fruit. William couldn't help but tap his foot to the music. His body responded to its invitation to celebrate life. He watched a group of children playing stickball in an alley, their laughter punctuating the air almost as sweetly as the calls of the gulls above. "Quite a sight, is it not?" a passerby remarked, noting William's rapt attention. "Indeed it is," William responded, the warmth of the camaraderie clear in his voice. The stranger smiled and tipped his hat before moving on. As William continued his exploratory stroll, his mind danced with the possibilities in this bustling port town. His new commission as second in command afforded him more money and more days of leave. He would add the money to his growing bank account and explore the area for a place for his future home. Key West was one of the largest towns in Florida. He might fulfill his dream here. He made his way to Mallory Square, where the local fishermen boasted about their catches. Their nets, heavy with the silver bounty of the ocean, glistened under the afternoon sun. William watched, fascinated by deft hands that moved the day's haul. "Best snapper in the Keys," one called out, his voice carrying over the hubbub. William shook his head at the vendor as he was after a different kind of meal. William paused at the corner of Duval in front. A newspaper under his arm was inked with the headlines of the day. He had purchased it not for the news, but for the classifieds that sprawled across the back pages. He scanned the columns, searching for any opportunity that might anchor him here. He was eager to see the ads for land available in the Keys, or perhaps even further up in Florida. The Miami area was growing, and perhaps he would go further north to Tampa. With the company's promise of sponsorship, William was now eager to explore possibilities for a home. He knew his hard work would help him along the path to claiming a piece of the American dream, an oath of allegiance just waiting to be sworn and a place to build of his very own. Right. Chapter 1, parts